second metro rail, the Kanpur Metro, is now open for public. Kanpur's name is now listed in the names of India's Tier 2 cities that have a metro rail. But do you know that the Kanpur Metro is world's fastest constructed metro? 18,576 hours, 774 days, or just 25 months. That is how long Kanpur took to build its metro rail. Fastest not in India but in the world, beating Delhi, beating Mumbai, and beating big cities of Europe, America, and heavyweight China. Metro rail is not a wall or a pipeline that your municipality lays along the road. Imagine such a railway project with massive structures, massive stations, and fast trains constructed in just 2 years. Well, yes, it's possible. There are 4 main techniques that were adopted by Kanpur Metro to complete the project so rapidly. In the end, we will give a bonus point as well. Come, let's see how Kanpur Metro was constructed so rapidly. The Kanpur Metro has uniform standards for all its superstructures. This means almost every pier, almost every girder, almost every station is identical to each other. They have the same structural design, so looks more or less are the same. This helped to speed up the construction because employees work on a given guideline without wasting time on unnecessary changes in designs. They just repeat constructing whatever they had made so far. Various structures of Kanpur Metro were smartly prepared in manufacturing units and then assembled on site. Important elements like the pier caps, the U-shaped girders, and the T-shaped beams of stations and steel girders of special spans were all constructed in factories far away from actual construction site. Once constructed, they were transported to the site and assembled. When columns were being erected, pier caps and girders were already under construction in casting yards and factories. Their assembly took just a couple of nights. Stations of Kanpur Metro for the first time in the country used pre-cast T-shaped beams for construction. Usually, different slabs are constructed on-site for concourse and platforms. But in this case, the concourse and platforms were constructed part by part in factories or casting yards, and then transported to the site by large trailers. Once the columns were ready to take up the load, the beams were erected and assembled together to form the entire slab in no time. Kanpur Metro adopted excellent work culture that had no communication gap between different bodies. The contractor companies that were engaged in construction of the project were directly linked to the senior officers of Kanpur Metro. If something went wrong, be it financial, technical, or material crisis, contractors directly contacted the senior officers of Metro Rail, who immediately solved their issues. They got a corporate culture where decisions were mostly made verbally rather than documenting files and papers to delay the project. Soon after the work on Kanpur Metro started, the world moved into one of the deadliest pandemics of all time. The COVID-19 pandemic stalled every construction work in the country. But Uttar Pradesh Metro Rail Corporation took it as an opportunity and utilized the empty roads during the lockdown. Kanpur's congested areas were clean and smooth during the lockdown. Metros take longer time to be constructed in congested areas. So the authorities utilized the empty roads to erect the piers and the RCC structures during the lockdown. But during lockdown, a labor crisis was predicted. So authorities made labor camps, canteens, and shelter facilities to retain them at the location. In fact, when the project was mandatorily halted for almost 5 months, Kanpur Metro arranged transport facilities for its workers. Time for the bonus point. Kanpur's metro stations are half the size of metro stations in Delhi, Mumbai, and Kolkata, which are easy to build and requires less space and material. From a long corridor, the authority selected a special stretch and marketed it as a priority section. From IIT to Motichil, the priority section is around 9 kilometers long and entirely elevated with almost no land acquisition issues. Kanpur Metro's depot too has been made on 16.2 acres of government land that did not involve acquisition of private land. Lastly, Kanpur Metro is being constructed by Uttar Pradesh Metro Rail Corporation that previously built Lucknow Metro. Interestingly, Lucknow Metro previously acquired the title of the world's fastest constructed metro, which was developed in almost 3 years. So, the authority already had the experience of building metro rail in no time. Kanpur Metro is the second masterpiece that has broken the record of its competitor built by the same authority. Experience matters. For more videos on infrastructure development, subscribe to our channel and have a nice day.